with us now a very special guest, the lead curator of Sikka Festival 2025. Also curator and artist, and I'm happy to say our guest co-host today. Honoured to have with us today Sheikh Maktoum Al Maktoum. Sheikh Maktoum, thank you so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's a busy time for you and the team at the Sikka Festival 2025 at the moment. Give us an indication of just how much the Sikka Festival has grown and how that is endemic of how the art scene here in Dubai has grown.
Of course, Sikka Festival exists as a flagship event of a larger platform, which is the Sikka platform. It's one of the largest events in the region that supports not only established artists but focuses on the emerging artists as well, and really exists as a bridge between those two generations of artists. And now that it's shifted to a Shandaqa area, it's not only larger in terms of the quantity of artists that are in it, but also in scale of location. So it's been very nice to see this growth happen over the past few years.
And all's on track for this year, looking for a bigger and better one this year?
Yes, definitely, inshallah. Yes.
And what does, how does the artistic scene get changed every year in Sikka, and what do we expect for this year?
Of course. So Sikka really has a close connection to the artists in the region. As I mentioned, it is a platform that's active throughout the year, so it really pays attention to what's happening within the creative scene. And having the flagship event really come from the open call that's out earlier in the year, we get to see what the artists are thinking, what's going on within the creative field today. And so the whole curation of Sikka Festival is truly based on what is received from the open call. So it's more or less of a reflection of what's happening in the scene today.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Sheikh Maktoum, I know we were having a little chat before off camera, and I was saying how intimidating the art space sometimes can be, and you mentioned to me that Sikka Festival, it's for everybody. And I want to know, how do you engage and inspire visitors and engage a new audience every year?
I think Sikka has something for everyone. So whether you're there for the art or the food or the performances, you might come across something else that's within the festival. So it's really engaging for everyone of all ages, and it's really something that's close to our hearts because it exists in Shandaqa, a historical district which has its own significance in the region as well. So yeah.
What are some of the key installations that you've put in place for this year that you're looking forward to unveiling and that sort of embody that spirit of the festival?
I think the largest focus of this year is really a focus on narrative. Yeah. So within each of the houses there's a very specific narrative that the visitor can go through, not only experience the festival overall, but you can experience the various facets of the experiences curated throughout the festival. It's also one of the largest, or if not the largest, launch of public art showcases in Sikka history. And I think there's some exciting things happening on the creek as well. Yeah. So there's something for everyone.
Good point.
Well, Sheikh Maktoum, how can artists get involved with Sikka, and what do they have to look out for when submitting their proposals there?
As I mentioned, the open call is out earlier in the year. So it's very important for artists to, especially the emerging ones, to focus on including visual references, a brief of their concept, an example of previous work, whether it's in a form of portfolio or otherwise, to really showcase and illustrate what they're capable of. And if it's something new, then you'd have to mention your production budget. And this is all in efforts to give younger artists an opportunity to learn these things which would help them later on in submitting in open calls, hopefully around the world. Yeah. So that's, I think, what they should focus on.
So Sheikh Maktoum, you mentioned there obviously emerging talent and how you support the emerging talent, but how do you help celebrate the existing talent from the region?
I think, as I mentioned, Sikka platform exists as kind of a bridge for the emerging talent. And part of supporting this upcoming generation is to showcase them alongside artists that have moved a bit further in their career. This not only opens up opportunities for the artists, but you get to see your work within a larger narrative, your work speaking to other works from people from a different generation. So it really connects everyone in a very unique way that's rare to see.
Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you.
Sheikh Maktoum, I know that you are a revered artist. You're a leading light and a driving force in the art scene here as well. But I'm interested about the process of curation as well. It's something that comes with establishment in the scene. Do you enjoy the process of curation? Have you enjoyed the process? Yeah, getting that balance right, as Amy was saying, between emerging talent to look forward to, but also to give visitors recognized talent as well.
Yes, of course. I think approaching your own artwork is very separate to curating someone else's. But it's really about creating a story for the visitor. So if you look at all these different artworks and all these different ideas as different components within a story or different characters within a story, and how you're best able to connect them to carry the visitor through that experience, is really the thing to focus on. And we have this amazing historical backdrop as well, which makes our job easier sometimes and more exciting.
I love that you mentioned that. I often think curators go, I'll curate. Well, I think a piece of my art could go well there. I'll put that one there as well. But no, they're two separate.
Yes, yes. I think just in terms of how you approach it and how you think of it, it's definitely separate. Yeah.
Well, Sheikh Maktoum, please stay with us, because next up, we're discussing the region's most well-curated art fair. Plus, we've got live music in the studio later on, so stay right there.